Hey, welcome to My Parent Might Be a Narcissist, Part 1. Is your parent religious? That's a start. Do they make you feel small? Do they, try to go out of their way to steal your light, rain on your parade? Does it seem like even when you do things right, they still have a criticism for you? Have you tried to call them out on it? Do they absolutely deny it and even go as far as to lie to cover their ass and convince you that they're not even if you call them out on a narcissist, just call them out on the behavior. Do they feel somehow more superior to say someone who's homeless or someone who's a different color? Or do they feel like it's outside of their Christian duty to really do anything? They'll drive right past homeless people on the street asking for food. Did they vote for Trump? Do they support ICE? Do they support capitalism? Certain people would call that a colonialist, or I think that's what they call them. Do they, regardless of the changes that you're making for yourself, the positive things in your life, somehow still treat you like the same old worthless stoner that you were in high school? Whew. Starting to make me tear up a little bit, and it's not from the conversation. What's the onion? Do they sort of clam up or stop responding whenever you start proving a point that might go contrary to their belief system or their belief in their government? Let's just put it bluntly. If you go contrary to MAGA and you have legitimate arguments, they don't know how to think because they've been told how to think by their religion. So when you present them with actual truth and actual arguments, they can either regurgitate rhetoric that they've heard or just flat out stop participating. Are they a slow driver, on purpose in traffic? If they let more than 10 cars pass them and they don't have a natural knack to try to speed up and at least go the same speed as traffic, then they are a narcissist. They're a purist, trying to prove how much better they are than all the other fast drivers on the road. I'm talking 1 mile an hour over the posted speed limit, and they'll set their cruise control to it, and they'll let all the other cars line up behind them. They'll lane lock people. They'll just go out of their way to drive slow. They'll look for every opportunity to stop at a yellow light because they know that if they can hold up as many cars behind them, that's them feeling powerful, because they have no other way to feel powerful in their life other than to fuck with other people. That's a big one, by the way, because it's more than just driving, and I'm a recovered road ragist. If slow ass people get out in front of me and just sit there on their brake the whole time, nah, I don't have none of that. I got 400 horses that puts them behind me, and I was always proud of that fact. Does it feel like the minute you might start to break out and start to show a little more independence or start to show that you don't need them anymore, do you see them get a little worried? Like you might never come back? That's because you won't, and they know it. That's a narcissist. Trying to keep you under control in the only way they know how. Because it's the only way that they can. They don't have their own source of power. They're getting it from you. What am I doing here? Alright, get some avocado oil. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm just chopping up some leftover baby reds from a meal a couple nights ago. Now this is another case in point. If it's your birthday in 2 days, but they want to go out and get some special fish and a special meal and stuff and have it on a day that's not your birthday, so that then turn around and come the day of your birthday, say you might be transportationally trapped where you are and can't really, your economic means wouldn't support you having any kind of a special meal on your birthday, and made sure that any kind of special meal that would have happened on a day other than your birthday, leaving you alone to fend for yourself as usual. They might just trying to be making it extra shitty for you on your special day. And that's what I'm doing here. Is got a couple leftover baby reds, chopped them in half, got some onion and some garlic. Throwing that in there. And we're gonna roast these babies in the toaster oven while I reheat the same meal I eat every day of the week. Every day of the week for the last, I can't even count how many months, which I'm grateful for, to have the food at the same rate. Who doesn't want a special something on their birthday? Are they so much of a coward that they can't come out and tell you what a piece of shit they actually think you are, but instead give you this? Completely empty. Like, fully empty. When years previous, when you were sit there slave to the system, you had $1,000 mortgage payment, you had a $700 truck payment, you had everything else in your fucking life that you were paying for, then you deserved a couple $100 birthday present. But not when you're at a certain point in your life when maybe you need some help, maybe you're getting through something, and now you don't deserve a birthday present. But we'll still give you a card to acknowledge that, yeah, we could have gave you a birthday present. Why? Why would we? Oh yeah, I was pouring some avocado oil on my... It says a lot of recipes call for olive, but I actually don't like cooking with olive because avocado is slightly higher heat, has like better, I don't know, in my opinion, better flavor and available fats, and just watch out for extra virgin olive oil and what they're mixing in with some of that shit. But to each his own. I like to do it in avocado oil, and I like to eat avocados as often as I can. Very healthy fats. In fact, that special meal I was talking about, that was a trip to the fish market, right? And now, usually getting fish from the grocery store, from the meat counter, whatever they got laying there, it's usually walleye, right? Because I love walleye. But I used to fish for walleye. I used to take him fishing for walleye. But we go to the fish market. They got monkfish, they got Chilean sea bass, they got all kinds of, the whole lineup of salmon and smoked salmons, everything. And now, mind you, this guy knows that at one of the times I had mentioned, perhaps I'm a little bit, I don't really not feeling on the walleye as much, the fried walleye and the fries always on Fridays, but maybe I'd like to do a salmon, a little healthier, get the healthy fats, the omega-3s. Oh, completely clam up, just all pissed, start driving more aggressively, don't say shit the whole time we're in the store, all this shit, all this psychological abuse for wanting to go outside of this little box that they make for you, right? So, needless to say, I didn't get my salmon that night, but the other night we were at the fish market. the suggestion is made. So, 2 fillets of walleye? Like, were you waiting for a response, or were you just going along with what you wanted? Because, you could stop them and say, well, I can make you walleye, but I would prefer to pick out my own fish. Clam up, get all weird. Oh, I don't know what to order. I don't know what, how much of this should I get? Try to explain it to them. Completely stone-faced, right? You ask them a yes or no question, you get a completely non-committal and not even a response. Just like it's another, you're asking for a yes or no and you get an okay or something like that. So, in the middle of the store, we held court, best believe. I called him out on his answer. I explained to him nicely the situation, and we figured it out. We both got salmon. It was delicious. But, okay. I was just going to prove a point. I guess it's not necessary, because he did eat it. But made sure he had leftover, and that made sure to show that he was struggling with it. But I made that shit so fucking good. Like, roasted red potatoes, green beans with garlic. I minced up a whole fucking head of garlic. Green beans with garlic. I was going to add bacon, but he's a fucking tight ass, so the bacon is for breakfast. But I had the green beans, I had the potatoes, and a beautifully pan-fried salmon fillet. Skin on, crispy, delicious, perfectly cooked in the inside. It was not dry. Might have been even slightly underdone, actually, but overall very good. And had to make sure, of course, it tastes so fucking good. He's not going to not eat it. He would be, well, yeah. I wouldn't put it past him to not eat it, and I'm actually surprised that he did eat it. But that's neither here nor there, because now, today, I get to enjoy a beautiful meal. Unfortunately, the protein is going to be the same old protein I eat every fucking night, but I can do 2 of them because we got like a surplus of food in here from, I helped this old lady out. Her furnace went out. That's what I do. I mean, not really. I'm a refrigeration guy, so I do industrial, I do the commercial, I can do the Johnsonville sausage, or I can do your common grocery store. I can come into your home and do your refrigerator or your air conditioner. Like, very versatile. Tries to get his friend from work. His guy that he works with, his son does HVAC. I had to make sure and mention that, you want to go work on your furnace? Because this guy at work, his son does HVAC. Oh, really? Your fucking son does HVAC. And all the other shit. What makes you think Now, I'm not going to get into my situation specifically, but he knows what's going on in my life right now. How maybe I could use a trip out. Maybe I could use the getting back in my element and doing something. Maybe I want to help someone. Maybe I want to try and save someone money. Maybe let's keep it in the fucking family instead of outsourcing to strangers that you're going to have to buy them a case of beer. You're going to have to do this or that. What does he do the next morning? Gets up super fucking early. I'm talking 6 a.m. This guy works second shift. He might have had 4 hours of sleep. Gets up super early, takes a shower, and tries to sneak out the door. I woke up. I don't know. What's going on? He gets all worried. He's, holy fuck, I just got, like, you can tell him internally, he's internalizing the fact that I just caught him in the act trying to sneak out and not include me in the repair. Gives me a bullshit. I said, so you're going there now? Yeah, yeah. He says, unless you want to come with me. I said, at 6 a.m.? What are you doing? And, well, fine. leaves. Texts me a couple hours later. Says, it wasn't the thing he thought it was. I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that your plan to make me feel as small as you fucking can failed. What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? What the fuck was that? Well, I just wanted to be able to smoke all the way down there. I didn't want to have you with so I couldn't smoke. Oh, yeah. That's why you shorted yourself on sleep. Tried to sneak out. And that's the fucking lie you come up with, that you couldn't smoke on the way down there? Oh. Yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Oh, that's a common narcissistic response. I'm sorry you feel that way. That's putting blame on you. It's your problem, not theirs. How they made you feel, they take no responsibility for it, which technically you're responsible for how you feel. But they take no responsibility for their act in it. That's a narcissistic trait. So the big lie. Maybe you don't want to push it any farther. I'm not giving anyone advice. I probably should have at that point. Push it all the way home. But not exactly ready to jump ship yet. So I play along. I didn't say sorry for the way I acted. I didn't say, oh, you're probably right and I believe you. That's it. But in their mind, as long as the status quo can be maintained, that's a win. That's them coming out, same. They're never going to admit that they took a step down. They can't. They literally can't, because they can't admit failure in themselves, because that would be devastating to them. And what they're hiding might get revealed if they reveal any sort of weakness or any sort of give. It's always their problem, not mine. I'm the good guy. I'm the nice guy. Oh, yeah. That's... Holy shit, I should have led with that one. Are they a nice person? Nice guys are the most dangerous fucking ones around, because they'll be the ones that'll seek to control you. Whether you're a man or a woman or whatever the fuck. A relationship, non-relationship. Nice guys, yeah, they appear nice, but they make everyone else feel fucking awkward. That's because their internal bullshit. They want everyone else to feel awkward around them. They want everyone to pussyfoot around exactly like they pretend to pussyfoot around. But their pussyfooting is a show. It's a dance. It's showing you how they want you to act around them. And you would naturally fall into that flow, because you think, oh, this person's so nice. I don't want to offend them because they're so nice. And then they got you pussyfooting around. Narcissistic trait. What else? I could go on all day. I lived this shit for 38 years. It's a couple more minutes, but I gotta get this shit in the oven, so I might take a little break here. Oh yeah, I forgot the salt. And the pepper. I'm just doing onions and garlic onions. Some pepper. Plus this salt. Might have to change my earbud in a minute. I'm dying. See, I used to have the house, the mortgage. Still got the truck, barely hanging on to that. But I remember that my favorite thing, I had a nice big kitchen. I had a gas stove. I had like everything I could cook with under the sun. I had one of them little bowls that you could do the salt bay with and shit. Now I'm dumping it out of a box, and I got like half of 6 inches of counter space. Literally, that's all the counter that's here. I could put my dick on it, it'd be bigger. Or, yeah. So, 400 degrees, about 20 minutes or less, just until they're tender, fourth tender. Alright. So this is cooking / let's fucking grill some Narcissist, huh? I'm gonna go change my earbud. Let me just... Do they try to make it look like the thing you're doing isn't worthwhile or isn't meaningful? Like, essentially trying to make you feel small Again, small in your purpose, small in your place in life, small in your place in the world. Even though you make at least $10 more an hour, or used to make at least $10 more an hour than them, and they know it, and it drives them nuts. You had the house. He didn't. You had the truck. He's got the bullshit little 4-cylinder, fucking sawed off little small dick man car. That. Yeah. Did your mom marry him? And then find out in 2 months? Holy shit. I gotta get the hell out of this thing. And got the hell out. Might be a narcissist. Oh shit! I forgot a big one. You're gonna get this because this one is going like, I don't know, kind of viral right now. Mother is Mother Mary to them, like, you know, a religious thing. They worship Mother. You have to be pure to Mother. Where am I seeing all this? The Ed Gein commercials for Netflix. Like, holy shit. I watched the first time I saw that commercial, I was like, oh my god, this is either Norman Bates, and I didn't find out that they were talking about Ed Gein until I realized, oh shit, that's Ed Gein. No kidding. And I posted like, shit, I might be living with an Ed Gein because that's the only way that he refers to her, and literally the woman can do no wrong. But it's always Mother. I wonder, there's got to be something to that, because the way they portrayed it in the Netflix commercial and what I'm seeing in real life, holy shit. Should I be worried? Just some things to look out for. Some things I've noticed. Some patterns that might be similar to yours if you're still watching. Are they fascists? Maybe they don't admit it. Not a lot of fascists like to admit it, because fascist is such a, you know, dirty word to them, because they don't want to be tied to Nazis or anything. But nationalism? Do they get hard when they see military power going in and just unanswered, kicking ass and taking names? Can you tell that, fuck, they might be a narcissist? Did they spend their whole life telling you, best man for the job, and if you can't cut it, you don't deserve to be here? Get out of the way, take your place in line, just give it to someone who deserves it, because they're smarter than you or more able. And then later on, when they're approaching retirement, they start complaining about the fact that their company doesn't care about them. They just want them out of there. They want to get rid of all the high-paying positions. Even though their company's probably not telling them that, they're hiring new guys at likely this close to the same rate they are at. But they're not telling them that. They just think, oh, they're just trying to get rid of me because I'm a high-paying position. Holy fuck. The narcissism. Damn. But you kindly remind them that, oh yeah, and you know, I used to think my whole life that it was the best man for the job, and that, you know, if you can't cut it, you get the hell out of the way. And then to see them agree with you that, yeah, maybe that's not the best policy, because now it's happening to them, and now they need a new enemy. The enemy isn't the lazy person who doesn't want to work as hard as I do, so therefore doesn't deserve to make anything, because he's not suffering as much as I am. But now that the tables are flipped on them, and they start seeing the fucking, is it ignorance, misogyny? What the fuck would you call that? Dualistic nature, the hyper... it's escaping me right now. What the fuck is that called? Don't you know, I haven't used that word in a long time. I can't remember that fucking word. Yep, it's gone, and I'm not going to sweat it, because we got more important things to do. That's still going to bug me. Say one thing and do another. I mean, what the hell? Why am I having such a problem coming up with that word? We'll just call it contradictory, because we know that that's what it is, but that's not the one I was looking for. Do they get nervous when you bring up narcissism? Not directed at them, but just talk about another narcissist? Holy shit. It's almost like they're thinking, oh, I hope he doesn't find me out. I hope he doesn't discover what I truly am. Hoarder might just be a one-off, but no, it's definitely a two-off. So keep her going. You know, a hoarding narcissist might fit a category or two. Might be a narcissist. Yeah, that's warm enough. I can grab it. These are the potatoes. Beautiful. What am I doing? Here we go. Okay. Let's get these suckers. Let's look at a bottom one. Ah, I didn't really get a... didn't really brown like I was kind of hoping they would, but... might just be the way the starches are in the reds. I'm sure a bona fide Gordon Ramsay would have something to say about that. Let's see. Ooh, it's one hell of a birthday meal if I've ever seen one. Realizing that no matter how bad things might seem, still got it. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, that might be a good place to end this for tonight. I'm kind of running out of ideas, as much as that surprises me, because I have a lifetime that I've learned them. So, yeah, you're not alone. Oh, and that doesn't make you a narcissist, just so you know. I should say that more. I should have said that more. That doesn't make you a narcissist, just so you know. Oh yeah, I should probably try one of these. Holy, I'm not. Perfect. Thanks for sticking in there. It's good to see you. Let's beat these narcissists together and everyone else. Let's fucking get them all out of there. All the way to the top. Burn it down, eat the billionaires. Fuck the... I'm not even going to say the word anymore.